He's the oldest of 7 children, growing up in East Lake and then moved to Pinson. And he used to coach basketball and was a high school teacher for 5 years. He has a wife, Jessica. They've been married for 19 years, and one son, William, who I think a lot of you guys have met in here, who's going to be a freshman in college this year. He has one dog named Noelle. She was born December 24th, so you kind of stuck there like Santa Claus, Elf, Will Ferrell. Those are your options. Favorite food, anything Japanese. Hobby, basketball, research, and he's written 10 books in history, theology, and medicine. He's a man of faith. He attends the Journey Baptist Church, where he runs the audio and visual for the services there. And this is wild. Like, I called him out. I said, this is not true. But we talked about it. It is true. And then you see some of the stuff he does for education, and it makes sense. He has read over 10,000 books in a 10-year period, where he read 1,000 books each of those years. Wow. That's 3 a day. Yes. So to have a one-to-one, listen to him, it's kind of incredible. Favorite book outside of the good book is The Lord of the Rings, and he has read The Lord of the Rings 16 times. If he could travel anywhere, it would be to, I'm going to say this wrong, Sasebo? Sasebo. Japan. Sasebo, Japan, where his wife actually grew up. He has helped people start 5 different businesses, 2 nonprofits, and actually 1 church. And so my wife has a little side hustle, and I asked him about it, and it made a huge difference. So he knows his stuff. He's helped people on all levels, and just from our one-to-one, I saw Bill as kind of a, hey, you're kind of this small niche thing that, like, if you're just startup, he's like, no, I'm working with a client that has 5 locations and is statewide. So it's not just small show. Bill can help a variety of businesses, large, medium, small. So I introduce to you Bill Fortenberry.
Thank you, Joey. Y'all get to see me again. All right. So I am Bill Fortenberry with Fortenberry Marketing. I help businesses get thousands of views and increase their brand awareness on Facebook without having to pay for the Facebook ads. So that's the big difference between me and the other social media marketing companies. I don't do the ads. I just do it all organically. So they pay my fee, of course. I got to make a living, but they don't have to pay Zuckerberg a fortune in order to get views on Facebook. All right, so let me get this working. A little bit about us. I am blissfully married to Jessica, my wife. We've been married for 19 years. Met her at college, saw her walking across the parking lot. I was outside the library, of course, and reading, and looked up and saw her walking across the parking lot. I said, that's the one for me. A few months later, I told her I was going to marry her, and then I asked her out on our first date, and it must have worked because we've been married for 19 years. So, my son, William, most of y'all have met William. We're very proud of him. He's graduated high school at 15, spent a couple years working in the church, working in business, and now he's headed off to college in the fall, studying youth ministries. He wants to work with youth, camps and things like that, so we're very excited about that. Very talented, plays multiple instruments. He gets all that from his mom. He's written a couple of songs. He's got an Instagram following. He puts out a daily devotional on Instagram. He's got 2,000 or 3,000 people following him there, so we're super proud of him. And if you want to know more, just ask my wife. She'll talk about him for hours. All right, as Joey mentioned, I have started or helped start 5 businesses, 2 nonprofits, and 1 church. Most of the businesses I helped other people start. I helped my best friend out of all growing up, helped him start a business, helped my dad start a business. The business I am most excited about is my wife's business. Helped her start that. She does writing and editing. And she's written several books. This one right here was her first one. It's about a couple of kids in foster care, ran away from their foster home in order to find their birth mom, ended up on a cross-country adventure, and it's very highly researched and well done. I'm very proud of her for that. She's also written a kid's book for like toddlers, for short stories, and she is currently working on a series of 17 picture books for boys that are character building books. She found out there's not very many character building books for boys in particular, so she's filling that hole. First one comes out in just in time for Christmas this year. Oh, too far. I can't get it to go back. Hold on. There we go. All right. I'm also an author and a speaker. I've written 10 books on a variety of subjects. I like doing difficult research that no one else wants to touch. I've had the opportunity to have a very small but significant impact in 4 different fields of study, like significant as in people writing peer-reviewed articles refer back to my research. Real excited about that. Those are history, theology, medicine, and law. Been able to travel around the world and speak at different locations in order to encourage Christians to keep serving the Lord. And in fact, on the way here this morning, I got an email from someone in India asking me to come to Mumbai a little later this year and speak at a conference there. So Richard, I'm going to try and get them hooked up with you. You will work with the client in India, right?
Well, yeah. They have web guys over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's, it's a possible referral there. And then I might be talking to you about some of my material when I go over there, see if maybe we can get some translations and stuff. All right. I also do play basketball. People are surprised to find that out. I don't know why. I just don't look like a basketball guy. But I started playing basketball in high school. That's when I was introduced to the sport. Played all through high school, starting point guard. And then on defense, I played center. I was short playing center, but I'm scrappy. I like going against the big guys. Tore my ACL in college. That ended my NBA dreams. That were just dreams anyway. But I did coach for 5 years and still play today when I can. I'm nowhere near as quick as I used to be. All right, so Fortenberry Marketing. So what I do is I help people get thousands of views on Facebook without having to pay for the ads. And people always ask me, do you just do Facebook? Why not other things? Well, there's a reason. That's the reason. 69% of the adult population is on Facebook every day. The other social media platforms, they don't even come close. So I don't waste my time on the other places when I can reach 69% of the adult population just with Facebook. Also, of those 69% of people that are on Facebook, 82% of them are between the ages of 25 and 55. That means your customers, the people that are buying from you, are on Facebook. Bringing that local, that's 600,000 people just in the Birmingham metro area that are on Facebook every single day that are buying from companies like you. So that's why I focus just on Facebook. Now, that's the exciting part. The sad part and the depressing part, if you have a business page on Facebook and you just post something to your page, the likelihood of people seeing it is extremely small. The average across the industry is that when a business puts something on their page, it's seen by only 6.4% of the people who follow their page. So not of people that don't follow their page, 6.4% of the people that actually follow their page on Facebook are the people that see what you post. That's pretty abysmal. There is a good solution though. I've come up with a strategy, the 1-10-10 marketing strategy. It is 1 post per week, 10 photos, at least 10 photos per post, and then shared in at least 10 groups. Started this with my dad's business, helped him start a thrift store back in 2015. I managed the store for him, and we had no market share. We were struggling, and so I figured out if I read everything I could on marketing, and then developed this strategy. If I shared 1 post per week, put 10 photos in that post, and I shared it in at least 10 groups, we went from getting 30 to 50 views per post to getting thousands of views per post, and eventually getting up to 50,000 views for each post without paying anything for the ads. All right, so real quickly, the first step is 1 post per week. Did you know that race cars get their oil changed after every hour of driving? How many of y'all change your oil after every hour of driving? That's because none of you have race cars. Okay? The leading advice on Facebook right now for Facebook marketing is to post something at least once a day, if not multiple times a day. The more you post, the more results you get out of it. That's good for places like Walmart, Nabisco, Nike, Ford. They're competing worldwide against some heavy hitters. Okay? They're international companies. That's what they need to do. You don't need to do that. It's just like you don't need to change the oil in your car after every hour of driving. It's okay to just post once per week. That's all that a local business really needs to do to take advantage of Facebook. Put at least 10 photos in the post. The reason for that, This is my famous peacock illustration. When you have a peacock and he puts up a full spread of feathers, he gets a lot of attention. If he just puts up one feather, no one really notices him. Most businesses, when they post on Facebook, they just put up one post or one photo, one video, one link to a blog site or something like that. But if you put up a group of 10 pictures or more, it changes something. It puts that little plus sign. Facebook shows the first 5 pictures, and the 5th picture they'll shade it, and they'll put a little plus and tell people how many more pictures are hidden. And people are compelled to click that, and they want to see what's hidden. It's a mystery that they can solve. And so they do. Every time they click, every time they touch their screen, that's an interaction. Facebook's algorithm boosts your post for free when there's an interaction, and they show it to more people. You don't have to use just products. You can do things like take any list or infographic, and you can turn that into a collection of photos. This is one I did for one of my clients. It's a water filtration company, and people want to see the information, so they go through it, and you get more interactions. The 10th point is, or the third point is the 10 groups, shared in at least 10 groups. That's things like what's happening in Trussville, what's happening in Hoover, what's happening in Pelham, groups like that. You share your posts in those groups. Let's say Grant's not here, we'll pick on him. Let's say Grant wants to introduce a new product. He's got a couple options. He can put up a little sign in his lobby of his office, or he can buy a billboard out on I-65. Which one's going to get more views? The billboard, clearly. That little sign in his office is what you get when you just share something to your page. When you share it to the groups, it's like buying a billboard or putting up on a billboard and getting it in front of thousands and thousands of people. That's where the magic really happens. All right, so that's the 1-10-10 strategy. 1 post per week, at least 10 photos shared in at least 10 groups. Does it work? Y'all saw this before, that the members here. For the visitors, this is one of my clients. They hired me and another marketing company to do the exact same thing, just to put posts on Facebook. They didn't put any money into Facebook ads. It was just the 2 of us putting posts on Facebook. Me following my strategy, the other guy doing the every single day strategy. These tall bars are my results. These little bitty bars across the bottom, that's what the other guys got. That was Thrive, by the way. It's a national marketing company. And that's what they were getting versus what I was getting. It does work. Now you know the secret. Where do I make money? I make money in 6 products. I've got a professional page audit that I can do for people, tell them how they can optimize their page. I do page management, where I do the post. If you just want to outsource it, or if one of your clients wants to outsource that. I do training, in-person training and consultation. I also have an online course for the do-it-yourselfer, and then I have 2 downloadable products, which I mentioned one of those earlier. So that's my website there, fortenberrymarketing.com. If you want, grab a picture of it real quick, and you can share that with people that might be interested. And my time is up. So, Jamie, back to you.
Awesome, thank you. That was awesome.